Imagine standing in the middle of a dense Brazilian forest when suddenly the ground disappears beneath your feet. Before you lies a gigantic sinkhole, stretching hundreds of feet across, its walls covered with ancient vegetation and disappearing into complete darkness. From above, it looks like nothing more than a hole in the earth. But for scientists, these giant sinkholes are more than geological curiosities. They are gateways into a hidden underground world that has remained isolated for millions of years. Over the last few decades, researchers, geologists, and cave explorers have descended into some of Brazil's deepest sinkholes and cave systems, hoping to answer one simple question: what lies beneath? What they discovered was far more incredible than anyone expected. Brazil is home to one of the largest karst landscapes on Earth. Karst forms when slightly acidic groundwater slowly dissolves limestone and other soluble rocks over hundreds of thousands or even millions of years. Eventually, enormous underground chambers develop. When the roof of one of these chambers becomes too weak to support its own weight, it collapses, creating a massive sinkhole. While many sinkholes around the world are only a few meters deep, Brazil contains giant depressions connected to vast cave systems that extend for dozens of kilometers beneath the surface. Scientists have found that these underground networks continue far beyond what human explorers have mapped, suggesting there is still much of this hidden world waiting to be discovered. As researchers descended into these enormous sinkholes, the first surprise was the climate itself. The deeper they traveled, the outside world seemed to disappear. Temperatures became remarkably stable, humidity approached 100%, and sunlight vanished completely. This isolated environment allowed unusual ecosystems to evolve over incredibly long periods of time. Inside these caves, scientists discovered rare cave-adapted creatures, including pale insects, tiny crustaceans, blind fish, and microorganisms that survive without sunlight. Unlike plants on the surface, these organisms depend on minerals, organic matter carried by underground water, and specialized bacteria to survive. Some species found inside Brazilian cave systems exist nowhere else on Earth, making these underground habitats biological time capsules. Perhaps even more fascinating were the underground rivers flowing beneath Brazil. Hidden beneath layers of solid rock, these rivers slowly carve new tunnels through limestone year after year. Divers exploring submerged passages have entered crystal-clear underwater chambers, where visibility stretches for astonishing distances. Yet, despite modern diving technology, many flooded cave systems remain unexplored because their true depth is still unknown. Every new expedition reveals additional passages, proving that these underground landscapes are far larger and more complex than scientists once believed. The deeper they go, the greater the mystery becomes. But life was only part of the story. The cave walls themselves contained a detailed record of Earth's ancient past. Hanging from ceilings and rising from cave floors were thousands of stalactites and stalagmites, formed drop by drop over hundreds of thousands of years. These mineral formations act like natural climate archives. By analyzing their chemical composition, scientists can reconstruct rainfall patterns, temperature changes, and major climate events stretching back thousands of years. In fact, one Brazilian stalagmite became internationally important because it preserved evidence of a major global climate event that occurred roughly 8,200 years ago, providing scientists with one of the clearest records of abrupt climate change ever discovered. Another remarkable discovery came from studying how these enormous underground systems actually formed. For many years, researchers believed rainwater alone created Brazil's giant caves. However, new geological studies suggest the story is much more complicated. Deep beneath the surface, hot mineral-rich fluids may have risen through fractures in the Earth's crust, weakening the surrounding rock long before surface water expanded the caves into their present size. This means some Brazilian cave systems may have started forming deep underground before eventually connecting with water flowing near the surface. Understanding this process is helping geologists rewrite long-held theories about cave formation around the world. The deeper scientists explored, the more evidence they found that these underground environments preserve extraordinary geological history. Layers of ancient sediment trapped inside caves reveal periods when sea levels rose and fell dramatically. Fossils, mineral deposits, and erosion patterns help researchers reconstruct ancient landscapes that disappeared millions of years ago. Every chamber tells another chapter of Earth's history, allowing scientists to understand how South America's environment evolved through ice ages, changing climates, and shifting continents. Even the shape of some sinkholes records repeated cycles of collapse and erosion over immense spans of time. Yet, despite decades of exploration, much of Brazil's underground world remains a mystery. Many sinkholes are located in remote forests, making them extremely difficult to access. Flooded passages block human exploration, unstable rock creates constant danger, and countless tunnels remain unmapped. Modern technologies such as drone-based laser scanning, three-dimensional cave mapping, and advanced geological imaging are now revealing details that earlier explorers could never have imagined. Even with these tools, scientists estimate that only a fraction of Brazil's underground cave systems has been fully explored. So, what did scientists really find deep inside Brazil's giant sinkholes? They didn't uncover a lost civilization or mythical monsters. Instead, they discovered something arguably even more valuable: unique ecosystems found nowhere else on Earth. Underground rivers still carving the landscape today, natural archives preserving Earth's climate history, and geological evidence revealing how our planet has evolved over millions of years. Every expedition into these mysterious sinkholes reminds us that even in the 21st century, vast parts of our own planet remain largely unexplored. Beneath the forests of Brazil lies an underground world still keeping many of its greatest secrets hidden in darkness. And perhaps the next scientific expedition will uncover discoveries we cannot yet imagine. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed exploring one of Earth's greatest underground mysteries, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and join us for our next journey into the unknown.